Big Boss Sham Fitness in the house. Let's get after it. What's up, YouTubers? This is Sham Garcinet. Thank you for watching my video on my Big Boss Sham Fitness channel. And I'm excited today to teach you about how to use a foam roller. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this or see people in the gym use this and wonder, what does it do? Majority of the time, I remember the first time I've seen a foam roller, I saw someone literally just laying on it watching TV. So I said, oh, this must be a pillow. And I realized that different foam rollers have different densities, right? So we're gonna break down exactly what a foam roller does and how to use it. So as you can see, muscles, which we all have, are surrounded by something that is called fascia. And what fascia does, it covers the muscle. So think about it this way. When you're young and you're active, fascia is supposed to be freely movable, right? It's not supposed to be stiff, hard, and dense because it covers your muscles. But once you get older, you get into a sedentary lifestyle, which basically means you're not as active as you was before. You have injuries. Fascia can end up becoming really, really tight, which hence will make your muscles really tight, which could lead you to inefficient movement, also potential injuries. So this nice piece of equipment here is going to have myofascia release. So what that can do is open up those trigger points that you have in your fascia and your muscles and prepare you for your exercises that you're about to do for the day, and also afterwards, so it can be a cool down that you use. So I'm going to teach you exactly how to use this, right? So this foam roller I have is a harder, denser foam roller. There's a lot of different variations of foam rollers. There's soft ones, there's smaller ones, but this is a very common one that we have in our gym, and this is one I ordered off Amazon. I'm gonna have it on the link below. Check it out, boom, boom, boom. So you can get one yourself, but just keep in mind that initially when you first start using a foam roller, you may feel a little uncomfortable, but that means you're reaching certain areas that have trigger points in the muscle. So the idea is to have a fascial release. All right, so here we go. I'll be showing it to you from a side point of view. So the first things first, you always have to realize that the body is similar to a building and there's a foundation. So your foundation start with your legs, right? Let's do this. So you have the calf here, gastrocnemius, and deep within the calf is the soleus. So just above your Achilles tendon and just below the gastro, more of the soleus area, we're gonna roll out. So we're basically gonna roll out, we're gonna cut the calf in two sections, the bottom portion and the upper portion, and we're gonna roll out each section about 10 times, right? So I like to work each leg by itself, so unilaterally. So I want you to watch. So we'll start off with the left leg. Now, there's two ways of doing so. As you watch me, I'm rolling back and forth in that spot just below the gastro. I can do it this way, right? Or if I feel as if I need a little bit more pressure, I take the opposite leg and place it on top. Nice. So once I'm done with my 10 where I'm rolling up and down vertically, up and down basically, I'm going to rotate my ankle counterclockwise and clockwise, about 5 to 10 repetitions on each side. What this is doing is opening up the dorsiflexion that you have in your ankle. So what that means, dorsiflexion is the ability to lean into your ankle without your heel coming off the ground. So think about it this way. Think about how many movements require dorsiflexion. That's your squat, that's your lunge. It's so many day-to-day movements that is necessary for you to be efficient in. So if my dorsiflexion starts to suffer and I want to be a great squatter, or I want to squat efficiently, something else is going to compensate. It could be your knee, it could be hip, it could go all the way up to your shoulders. So you always want to make sure, as I stated before, the foundation is where it needs to be. So once I'm done with the lower half of the calf, I'm going to roll out the entirety of the gastrocnemius, right? Same concept. So remember, your fascia is not only up and down, it's surrounding your muscles. So you can kind of rotate your leg left and right. Once I'm done with my 5 to 10, then same concept. I'm going to rotate clockwise, counterclockwise. See these? Done with this side, now I'm going to move on to the opposite side. So same concept, nothing changes. So this is a great way to really get some blood flow into your muscles. Now, and for me, I do this every day, regardless if I'm training or not. Because when you think about training, you get DOMS, so you get delayed onset muscle soreness. That could be soreness from training, and you want to facilitate blood flow so you get that lactic acid out of your body. This is a great way to do so. So now, same concept, clockwise, counterclockwise, then I'm going to go for the entirety of the calf, the gastrocnemius. Boom. I'm giving you guys SAT words today, huh? All right, perfect. So now I'm done with the calf. Now we are going to work on the front anterior side, front of the quad, right? So here is your hip. This section is your hip flexor. We are going to roll one leg at a time, starting with your left leg. We're going to roll from the top of the hip flexor to the midpoint of the quad. All right, we're going to keep this opposite leg free. Same concept about 5 to 10 times. So I'm going to use my elbows as leverage to allow me to go back and forth. Show you from the side angle so you can see it a tad bit better. Same concept, starting from the hip, driving up and driving back. Nice. I'm going to inhale and exhale nice and deep, especially once I start to hit the trigger points. This is why you have to make sure you figure out what density in terms of the foam roller that you want to use. Because if it's too hard, it's going to be more painful than anything else. So now once I get to the middle section and I'm done with my going up and down, I'm going to flex and extend. Because remember, fascia isn't just up and down, it's surrounding your muscle. So I'm here. Now, I'm going to roll from the mid portion of my quad to the top of my knee. So when I get to the patella tendon, right? Same concept, up and down. This is a key one for me because I'm notorious for having tight quads for years of being an athlete. So I have to make sure that I do this consistently, stretch, dynamic warm-ups, so that way I don't feel a little bit of patella pain in my tendon. Nice, so same concept. I'm going to flex and extend back and forth. So now we're going to do the same exact thing with the other side. So I'm going to start on that hip flexor, use my elbows as a balance point to go drive up, drive back. Right, about 5 to 10. Then I'll get to the middle. I'll flex and extend that leg. Same concept, 5 to 10 reps. Then I'm going to go from the middle and go directly to the top of that knee. Patella tendon. Nice. Flex and extend. All right. So now we're going to work on the glutes. People don't realize that the glutes play a major role in almost everything you do, from sitting down to walking. So inefficient activity at the glutes could also lead to trouble everywhere else, right? So I'm going to literally sit on this foam roller. I'm going to extend this foot that I'm rolling, and I'm going to roll my glute. Now, if I'm sitting straight up, I'm going for the glute max. I mostly lead to the side so I could work on my glute mid, because I'm always having issues with turning those on, and they always get sore. So now, you could do either or. Here, about 10 reps. Same thing on the opposite side, about 10 reps. So now we're done with the lower body. But don't think that this is only used for the lower body. It's actually used for the upper body as well. Remember, fascia is all around us. So now we're going to get into the back. So, brief, quick anatomy lesson. You have the vertebral column, which is basically your spine. You have 3 different regions: your cervical region, 7 bones. Your thoracic region comes all the way down to about 12, and then your lower lumbar, which is 5. And that's where you constantly hear people saying they have L4, L5 issues, herniated disc, different things about the neck, different aspects of that. So what we're gonna do is roll out the area of where the scapula is. So scapula, these bones right here, these basically play a role into a majority of upper body movement. So when you think about overhead, horizontal, all these planes of movements work around the scapula. So we always want to make sure the muscles around the scapulas are situated as well. So we are going to roll out the scap. Never the spine, just the scapula. So there's a way I want you guys to go about this. You are going to elevate your hands overhead. I'm going to come down and up. So think about every time that you guys want to get into a position to do any overhead pressing, any pressing in general. This is opening up that whole entire section, all right? Now we have one more that is a major key. And this is really gonna open up the upper thoracic movement. So think about when I wanna get into be able to rack a squat or barbell on my back, and you feel as if you don't have that shoulder mobility to do so. A lot of it could be upper thoracic tightness. So watch me. I'm gonna choose one side. Let's say it's my left side. I'm gonna place this leg directly, actually, I'll do it this way. A bit easier for you guys to see. So, I'm gonna place this leg in a 90-degree fashion directly over the foam roller. Take one hand, a little bit more. There we go. Take one hand here, and I'm gonna slowly extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm pretty sure you're wondering, why do I need the foam roller? The idea is, if I place my foot directly in this position, I won't be able to cheat by opening up my hips. This allows me to open up everything at the thoracic region, or the upper portion of your back, right? So now I'm gonna switch to the opposite side. Same concept. Here. Exhale as you open up. As you rotate, 4 and 5. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Foam Rolling 101. I'm glad that you tuned in. Now, do not let this be a stranger. This is going to be the love of your life. It is going to open so many doors for you. All jokes aside, it's great for promoting efficient movement and also speeding up that rate of getting that lactic acid out of your body. All athletes do it. I definitely will put my 2 cents in. Ever since I started using this, my level of soreness has been cut in half. My movement patterns are so much better, and it's just awesome. But anyway, appreciate you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Sham is over and out.